Hi everyone, welcome back to Waterhouse Forde. It's still cold, as you can see. Not as cold as it was last weekend. I think we're around 10 degrees at the moment, so not too bad. But obviously it's a little bit cooler down here in the workshop. Um, but we've got a couple of ideas in terms of heating. We'll share those in a couple of weeks, I think. Show you what we're up to with that. But for now, we've got some parts for the TED20, and I'll take you over there in a minute, and we'll show you what we've got. It's incredible the cost of these things and how quickly the costs add up. But anyway, I think we've got enough now to get the back end of the tractor back together, and so we're going to make a start on that. And we'll have a few videos on that in the coming days and weeks. Follow along and see how we go. Okay, so let's have a look what we got. First thing obviously is the bearings. These are probably the main part that we needed. So these are the rear axle bearings that fit onto the crown gear. We're going to get those probably fitted first. You can see there the Agri-Line part number. Those are the main things. Get those fitted. We've got two sure seals to seal up the axles. That was the main thing that we started with, was really to identify the oil leak and try and sort that out. So I'm pretty sure those are going to sort that out. So we've got two of those, one for each side. Right, we've got the half shaft gaskets. One for each side. Flimsy looking things they are. Unfortunately, they were out of stock on the trumpet housing gasket, and it seems that nobody else seems to have them either. Now, apparently they're redeveloping them because there was a problem with them. Apparently the holes weren't quite lining up. So, I don't know, they couldn't tell me when they were going to have more in stock, so I may end up having to make my own. But look, here we've got also the axle shims. I got 4. I hope it's going to be enough. I mean, some of those that came out are still perfectly fine. They only sell them in one size, which is a bit annoying. I think they are, from memory, they're 2 thou, 2 thou. But I'm hoping that between these and those older ones, which are still okay, that I can get the right clearance that I need. Dog is making a noise in the background. Please excuse that. Right, then we move to the brakes. We've got the 2 bushes that for the shaft rides on, for the cross shaft. So those got 2 of those. So that's a good thing. I've got the 2 springs that go on the shaft as well. Got both of those. The brake shoes, you may recall from our previous video, they were absolutely fine, and I'm just going to reuse those. But the 2 brake drum, or rather the 4 brake drum screws, were horribly damaged, and you may recall that we struggled to get them off. So I decided just to buy new ones, and so I've got 4 of those, and we'll get those fitted, and that should sort that out. Then we've got for the link arms, we've got the new what are these? The bolt assembly. I mean, this is not quite the right part number. This is 4159. The one that the original one, or similar to the original from the TED, they didn't have in stock, but these will work. And actually, they give you an extra pin on the other side, so it's not a bad thing. So I'm gonna try those and see how they work. I'm pretty sure they'll be okay. They didn't have the link chains, so I actually ordered those from Mayhill. Got those from them, and they look like really good parts. So I'm happy with that, and they were a good price as well. Then for the leveling box, we've got a new bearing. So hopefully that'll work out. And we've got the new core plug, so we'll get that on. I also went ahead and bought a new handle. In theory, I could have cleaned up the old handle and replated it, but I decided, and given the price of these, I think this was £12. So really for that sort of price, it just seemed much easier and more straightforward just to put those back. Just to put a new one on. And then also for the brakes, the only other part that was a problem was these centralizers. One of them was broken. One of the sides was broken. These come in a set of two, so I obviously got the set, and I'll replace those. And then finally, for the hydraulic quadrant, for the hydraulic control lever, we got the cork disc that goes, the friction disc that goes between the two levers, and then the control lever lift plate as well. Again, I haven't yet stripped the quadrant, and I may need other bits for it, but certainly I know that I need those two. So that's what I've got. So as you can see, you can't believe that that's almost £200 worth of parts there. Doesn't look like it, does it? But there you go. And I still need to sort out or work out what I'm going to do about the gasket for the trumpet housing. So I probably will have to just buy some gasket material and just make my own on that. That's going to be probably tougher than it sounds, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so I'm going to get set up and get started, and we'll have a go at replacing the bearings on the crown gear. Right, well, we eventually got them off. It was pretty tough. The bearing puller really struggled to get purchase on the lip underneath the bearing here. It was pretty tough on this side. When I got to do the other side, it was even worse. And what I ended up having to do was to first try and knock it off, knock it back with a punch through here to get a bit more gap in there so that I could get the puller in and pull it off. And I also did that in the vise, obviously to try and hold the whole thing. But the bad news is that the bearings that I've ordered are the wrong ones. So you'll recall I showed you the 5807s. Now they describe as the inner bearing on the website, which to me means inner being inside, as in close to the crown wheel. But it turns out that they are actually for the outers, in other words, those that go up against the hub. And you can see there the difference in size between the two. The interesting thing is that these are original Timkins, made in England, as you can see. If you're interested, it's part number. It's easier to see the part number on the other one. It's 3984. So these are probably the original bearings that were put in the tractor, or if not, they certainly been replaced quite a while ago. But looking at that, you can see on the rollers, you can see the pitting. So it was absolutely essential that we replace these. So look, I'll obviously send these back and get the correct ones from the website. It looks like they do have them in stock, so there shouldn't be any issue with getting the replacements, but we'll get those and get them fitted hopefully next weekend and get the crown gear back in and carry on. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. Sorry about this, sorry about the delay, but that's how these things go.